All right. Check, check. Is this thing on? Hey, everybody. David Wilson, the Business Savage. Welcome to the pre-show. The pre-show to No Nonsense Market Domination here on IBGR.network. The radio show will launch at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. You are behind the scenes with me about 10 minutes, 10 and a half, 11 and a half minutes to launch. So we're going to do all of our testing now. Make sure we are good to go. And we got a big show coming up for today. So it is season four, and the theme of this season is networking. Network like a savage. Network like a savage. So what to do, how to do it, what not to do. We're going to talk about lots of stuff this season. In the beginning, for this initial episode, this opening episode, we're just going to be talking about just kind of an overview of what's going to happen, how it's going to work, and then we'll be all set to go. Be sure to put your comments in the comment section of wherever you are watching this. So we will not be on Insta today. We will be on. You might be watching on Facebook. You might be watching on YouTube. You might be watching on Periscope, Twitter. I did make a pledge. I put it out there that we will be broadcasting live on MySpace one day this year. One day this season, and I'm going to find a way to make that happen. But we will see what happens. So we're going to do some testing here. All right, sound test good. Test check. All right, bear with me. But you guys will get to watch. So you get to watch all the exciting stuff that goes on right before the show. So again, maybe if you can hear the very faint, but I am listening to my my cue, and that is behind the that is the show that comes on before me, so I will know what is going on. So again, we're about T minus it's like 9.5, maybe 10 minutes before we go live. While you're here, go ahead to because we're going to talk about a freebie during this show. So I'll give you guys a head start and get a jump on it. Go ahead to DW The Business Savage. That's on Facebook. DW The Business Savage. Go ahead and like that page. So that's going to be our Business Savage, the Business Savage page on Facebook. And that's where we're going to have our conversations in between shows. We're going to have conversations about our theme this season, networking. And that is where you're going to go. That's one of the places you're going to be able to go to get your freebie, and that's gonna help you put together your SNAP, your Savage Networking Action Plan. So that's what we're going to be talking about all season in some form or fashion. Just watching my clock, got about 8 minutes before we go live. Well, before we go live on the radio, we are live here. Got a couple of changes that you may notice. Got a nice new crispy outliner here. So that's neat. You can give me a thumbs up if you like that, or a heart if you like it. If you don't like it, just don't do anything, but stay on so I can keep my viewership up. Appreciate that. Let's see, what else do we have? And we have stuff like this, which is kind of cool. So we can do this at the bottom. Boom. So you can get my books, programs, socials, companies, and free stuff at allthingsdavidwilson.com. So that's kind of like my homepage, like for myself, like my personal landing page. I don't know. That's what they told me to say. It's a personal landing page, but it just makes it easy for people to find me and all my stuff and whatnot. So allthingsdavidwilson.com. You can also subscribe to the podcast. You can subscribe to the podcast in the post that you're watching this in as well. So you can go there, or you can do it at allthingsdavidwilson.com. Got about 7 minutes before we go live. I have not gotten a thumbs up on my sound yet and on my visual yet. I'm assuming, because I haven't, that we are good. As I've said before, we're in constant communication with downtown, our home office at IBGR. We got Steve in the building. He's my in studio engineer. Steven Namin Eufemi is right here in the studio with me. So he does behind the scenes stuff and keeps the show running. So we appreciate Steve. Let's do a quick sound check here. Just a couple of things we're going to do. All right. Good stuff. So it's kind of like being at a concert in a way, where everybody's doing the sound checks and whatnot. So just got to make sure everything is a go. Okay, so we're good here on visual. We're going to do our check on the radio. Check. Check. 1, 2. Check. Okay, good. All right, so that's good to go. About 4.5 minutes before we launch. So I'm excited. I am ready to go. Got everything together. That's it. Feel good. I'm gonna bounce real quick in about a minute or so, and we're gonna go to my what do you call that? My avatar. So that's what you'll see while we get the show together, and we'll be good to go. All right, let's get ready. All right. I will see you at the start of the show. Got about a minute, 2.5 minutes. You'll be muted. Then we're going to go to Avatar, and then we'll come in live. All right. So thanks for watching. Thanks for jumping on, and we'll see you in about 2 minutes. No nonsense, market domination. Let's get at it. You ready? Good, then say my name. Savvy. Season 4. Let's go.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All up here. I know you got him. I know you got him, Dick. But the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how good I am. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys rocking with the best. It's the great incredible.
Wow, how about that? Season 4, huh? Welcome to IBGR Network. This is David Wilson, the Business Savage. Welcome to No Nonsense Market Domination here on IBGR Network, the place where you grow. Profit Radio. Come grow with us. Season 4, Episode 1. This is so awesome. This is so awesome. Thank you for joining us. As you know, we are live on the radio, IBGR Network. You can listen there, IBGR.network. You can listen there. You can listen on the app. And you can download it for Android. You can download it for Apple phone. Apple phone. Oh, no. Is that like a stab? Like, it's like, yeah, Apple phone. Yeah, whatever. Okay, that's cool. Because they do it to us. They do it to Android people all the time, right? Okay. No phone wars here. There's enough going on. You can go to the community. Oh, back to the apps. Download your apps, and you can get show notes. You can get you can interact with us. You can interact with all of the on-air talent in real time. So you can send me notes. You can send me questions. You can send me right during the show. Which is phenomenal. So that's awesome. Season 4, again, we're just excited about that. First, let me go ahead and thank our returning listeners. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us. I can't be any more excited than I am right now. I probably could be a little bit. I mean, just like on a scale, like excitement. There's different levels of excitement, but I'm really excited right now to be here. I also want to thank our new listeners who are with us. So if you're here for the first time, make sure you check out the IBGR community. Go ahead and join the Business Savage, join my group, and that's where we have discussions and we talk about shows and we talk about different business topics, specifically for this season though, which is exciting. We're going to be talking just about networking, and what I am going to do is I'm going to share with you. You are going to learn how to network like a savage. That is the theme of season 4. So if you go to the show notes and you want to use the show notes as a reference point, show notes will have information about me on there, information about the show, a little bit of information about the next show. But there's a section on the show notes, and I'm just going to tell you what that says, and let me know if that resonates. So, do you see yourself as an outgoing extrovert who loves to connect, or are you more reserved and shy when reaching out to others? Do you struggle to connect a network because you think you're selling and you'll get rejected? What if you could make 3 additional contacts a week specifically in your target market that double or even triple your revenue to make 2021 your best year in business ever. If that resonates with you, then you are definitely in the right place. Where we're going to start on this networking journey. You hear me, if you go back to, don't go all the way back to like season 1, because it's like, it's a work in progress, right? It's a work in progress. But maybe like season 3. Yeah, maybe like season 3, maybe the end of season 2 is a good place for you to go. There's a big focus on mindset, right? There's a big focus on mindset. And mindset to me is everything. Mindset is going to be what gets us through those days we really don't want to get through. Mindset is going to get us to do the things that maybe we really don't feel like doing. Maybe we really don't feel like doing. So we have to make sure we shift our minds. And maybe some of us don't need to shift it. Maybe some of us just need to tweak it. I know for me, when I started, I had to. It was a full on shift. Some folks that I've worked with, folks that I have coached and mentored, it's been full on shifts, and for some of them, it's been a tweak. But ultimately, from a mindset standpoint, let's start there. So you're looking at 2020, and 2020 is in the rearview mirror, right? We don't even want to talk about 2020. 2021, new year. And just so you know, if you happen to be listening to this in like 2028, like it's still going to apply. All right. But since it's live now, it's like 2021. Okay. So in 2021, new year, new dedication, maybe, to business, new dedication to a brand new endeavor, rededication to an old endeavor, something like that. Right. So now we want to hit the ground running and really make it happen in 2021. One of I always put in my show notes what you kind of need to bring to the table. And here's what I wrote on these show notes: an overwhelming desire to have your best year ever. An overwhelming desire to have your best year ever. So if you have that, that's like 80% of the game, right? 80% of the game. I will tell you that two things are going to be paramount when it comes to your mindset, and these are the two things that are absent most of the time when people call themselves networking. The question came up last season. I think someone wrote in. They said, "Is networking prospecting?" And sort of. It's something like that, right? Is it? So networking is about building relationships. Networking is about connecting people. I always say connect people to people and people to solutions, right? So everyone you meet, you want to put them in a better position than they were in before they met you. Okay. But if these two things are absent, what this is going to look like is me trying to get something from you. And, like I've said in the past, you put a whole bunch of salespeople in a room trying to sell each other something. What you end up with is a whole bunch of exchanged business cards and nobody bought anything, right? And that's just the way it is. So here are the two things. So here are the first two takeaways. We keep these two things in the fronts of our minds at all times. Give. So we need to be givers. So give. I am giving this person something. I'm giving, whether it's giving them information, whether it's giving them another connection, whether it's giving them a pony. I mean, it could be giving that. It could be giving them anything, right? But give, especially if this number 2 applies, or I'm just trying to help. So give, and I'm just trying to help. I'm giving you a pony because your daughter's birthday is coming up and she wants a pony, right? So I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help. That's not a real story. So I don't know of anybody ever giving a pony away, but you get what I'm saying. So you keep the 2 things in the front of your mind: give, and I'm just trying to help. And that alone, those 2 things alone will it'll change the way you approach network. It's not going to fix everything, but it will change the way you approach networking, right? But we need to make those shifts. Okay, we need to make those shifts. So get your mind right moving forward towards our SNAP, putting our SNAP together, Savage Networking Action Plan, right? All right, let's see. So we got about 30 seconds before we go into our next segment. Make sure you check out our community, IBGR. Go there, ask questions, network with me, the Business Savage, right? And go like the group, join the group, and give feedback. Love to hear it. You can also comment real time here on live. So we will be right back for segment 2. We'll see you on the other side. Savvy. So we will be right back for segment 2. We'll see you on the other side. So if you can hear that, that's like so I'm about 5 seconds, 5, 7, 10 seconds behind. I'm probably like 7 seconds behind in case I say something stupid, and then they can like beep it out or something. So that is the first I think that was the first entire segment I've done without my jacket on, and I don't know how I feel about that. I feel bucket, but that's the way it goes. All right, so that was a good segment. That went well. Keep an eye on the clock. No issues at downtown. And we're good. So right now I'm listening to yeah, we're good. Listening to my commercial. So again, put your comments in the comment bar wherever you're watching, listening. Might even be able to answer. Can you keep it down, please? Might even be able to answer it in real time. Got about 2 minutes to go live. Let me get our make sure I'm not sorry, I'm prepared here. Why not? Well, all right. Steve, we good? All right, Steve's good. I'm good. Okay, so now we're moving to segment number 2, and that's going to be being crystal clear about our plan. Once we're done with all this, you're going to have a plan. You're going to be able to start forming your plan on how you're going to network, what exactly you're going to do in 2021 and beyond. Offers it to you in an easy way, so you and your CRM are always up to date. All right. Want to see this for yourself? Stand by. Salesfire.com and get your free trial. 10 seconds to live. Hey, we're back. David Wilson, No Nonsense Market Domination here on IBGR Network, Business Savage. Welcome back. We are moving into the second piece of our first show of season 4, which is very exciting. Network like a savage. Network like a savage. You got to be, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you got to get out there and you got to get at it, right? You can't make excuses. It can't be, it's raining out. It's too cold. We can't do that. We can't afford to do that, especially if we have responsibilities. If we have responsibilities to ourselves, we have responsibilities to our families, we have responsibilities to our employees. And I'll tell you, I'll go one step further. We have a responsibility to, I call it a responsibility to the game. All right, a responsibility to the game. What that means is you're not going to fool the game. If you want to play the game, play it. If you don't, then don't. To quote a famous philosopher, Yassine Bey, can't ball, don't play. Simple as that. Simple as that. So if that resonates with you, then you are definitely in the right place, because you're going to learn how to hit the ground running every single day and move toward the results you are seeking in your business. And remember, this will translate. This translates. It translates. Our business lives are connected to our personal lives, our home lives. Everybody, when everybody's happy, everybody's eating, everybody's doing well, it's just a great thing. All right. So do remember, download our app. If you're listening to me or watching me on the app right now, do me a favor and put something in the comments, a heart or a flame or something like a ROFL emoji. Just put that in the comments or something like that. All right. Okay. That's right. Okay. Awesome. Well, I had to keep them guessing on that. Annoying. Just a comment that came in from the peanut gallery. Okay. Be crystal clear about your plan. All right. What are you networking for? Okay. Why are you networking? So decide. It can't be, if you don't know the answer to that question, it's a non-starter. We have to identify why you are, now the way it used to be, why you are going to this networking event, why you are driving 50 miles to this networking event. Now it's why you are putting on a blouse top and keeping your pajama pants on and going to this event. Right? It's a little different. So here are some reasons why you might want to network. You might want to network because you need more sales. Okay. Is that a good reason? Yes, of course it's a good reason. You might need to network because you need better employees. You might need to network. And you'll hear me say network. You'll hear me say connect. You'll also hear me say prospect. I really believe that we have to keep prospecting in there. It's okay to be thinking about, while we're thinking about how we can help, while we're thinking about giving, we're all working together. Our minds are working together to create these possible synergies. So ultimately, what we want to funnel down to when we are networking is a meeting, some sort of a meeting. So we meet somebody and we go out and we want to set up what's called an EPSM, Exploring Possible Synergies meeting. I talk about that in my book, I Hate Networking Events. You can get that. It's available at hatenetworkingevents.com, or it's scrolling at the bottom if you want to go to allthingsdavidwilson.com. Also available on Amazon if you want. But That's what we want. We want to get to that one-on-one, that one-on-one meeting where we can figure out how we can help. Maybe they can help me, maybe I can help them, maybe they can help my clients, maybe I can help their clients, maybe I can, and that's what we're exploring. All right, so that's good. So you might want more sales, you might want better employees, you might just need more contacts. You might need more contacts to grow your business. You might need more contacts for your clients. You could use this also. You can, if you just want more friends. I mean, you really could use these techniques if you want more friends. I mean, it's not funny. You could do that. My point though is you need to know why you are going on this Zoom with the blah 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 Chamber of Commerce. And if you think that you're just going to sit there and you're going to type your contact information into the box and into the chat, and people are going to say, "Oh my gosh, you're you, and I want to do business with you," that's probably not going to happen. Okay, but let's take a step back and make sure we understand the why. Okay, we want to understand the why. As we're putting our why together, so our why is our narrative. So it's important, and I'm going to put all this stuff together for you in the community. I have some templates and worksheets that I want to share with you. I'll just give them to you so you can use them. So just keep your eyes open, and this will help you start this process. This will help you start this process of setting the purpose of your business, the goal, the main goal of your business, and ultimately you want to be able to tell your story. So what is your story? I want to build my company to X. I want to whatever that is. Once you establish, and this will make sense later when we start getting into the action part of our plan, but you have to be, and this is what I was talking about, can't ball, don't play. Don't spend, you have to, I don't want to spill the beans on that, but something I say called step your story. So you have to be prepared to step your story. So if you're gonna tell your story, right, you need to be walking the same story. See, because if you're not walking the story, you're talking, then I'm just gonna see how you walk. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna watch you walk. So you cannot teach hustle. Tell your story and be prepared to execute it. If you're really and truly tired of the results you're getting, the results you've gotten, and you're really, really wanting to make a change, these steps, this is the cat's meow right here. Did I say that? Wow, I said yeah, but it is. It's the cat's. It is the cat's meow. That's like a really old saying, but it is. Okay, so step your story, and make sure you quantify your goals. Step your story and quantify your goals. So what does that mean? Identifying who you need to meet, identifying who you want to meet, and really being as detailed as possible about figuring that out. And when we get to the next piece, the action piece, where we start talking about push-ups, that's where that's gonna start to matter. The key to putting this plan together. And this is very abstract. We'll get into more detail. There'll be more details available later on some of the stuff I'm going to give you if you join the community, join my group, and if you join DW the Business Savage on Facebook. You'll get stuff. This is the stuff that we're going to be talking about. So this will fill in the gaps. But this is a very big picture view of the detail, some of the detail that's required. At the end of the day, I've said this before. Don't tell me what you can't do. Tell me what you can do. If you can only do one of something, do one. If you can only do 10 of something, do 10. But commit to doing that. Commit to doing those. When we come back from the break, we're going to jump right into action. How to take that action, what actions to take, and how to really figure out how to do your push-ups every day. Okay, so we'll see you on the other side when we come back. Savvy. So see you on the other side when we come back. All right, that seemed pretty good there. Okay, great comments coming in from the Peanut Gallery. And we appreciate you. When we move into the next segment, we're going to really be talking about action. We'll be talking about actions, the actions that we need to take. And how to execute. You hear me talk about push-ups. Push-ups don't do themselves. Let me turn this down just a bit. Push-ups don't do themselves. It's going to be important once we establish what our push-ups are. So our push-ups are tasks. I'll end up saying this again when we go live, but well, go back to the radio. But push-ups are the tasks that we do every day. And if we can master doing those tasks, that's where we really shine. So what are those tasks that we need to be doing every day? And how do we do them, right? And then in the last segment, we're going to tie it all up in a pretty little box and with a bow on it, and that's going to be your takeaway, and that's going to be what you're going to be doing moving forward. And once you figure out what you're going to be doing every day, every single day, you're gonna carve out time to do these things. But these things are going to be designed to build. Okay, build your business, build your endeavor, start your business, even, depending on what stage you're in. So we're about 30 seconds to live. So stand by. All right. Welcome back. No Nonsense Market Domination with David Wilson, the Business Savage, here on IBGR Network, Profit Radio. No matter the stage of business you're in, come grow with us. All right. So let's jump right back in. But before we do, before we do, again, make sure you join the community, ask questions in the community. You can connect with myself, Business Average, and everybody else on the on-air talent community. You can ask us questions. You can tap into our resources. You can tap into our expertise. We have like a lot of experience among all of us. It's something like it's about 5,000 years or something of experience that we bring to the table, and I mean that because we've all likely experienced. One of us has experienced what you're going through. One of us has, at least one of us has experienced what you've gone through, and most of us have experienced what you will go through. So it's an awesome way to really tap into resources that you typically won't find anywhere else. They're on other platforms, but you can't get to them. The beauty of IBGR is that we're right here. We're right here talking to you. We're right here talking to the listeners. We're right here talking to the business owners, and we're doing it all over the world, right? So we're in 150 countries all over the world, and it's just getting bigger. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and it's awesome. We're thankful for you to be here. I'm thankful to be here, and I always thank you for being here with us. Okay, so next segment, we're talking about actions. Once we have our plan and we know where we want our business to go, we know why we're networking and what we want to get from our networking efforts. We're funneling down. We're getting more and more specific about what we need to do to make that happen. I'll use this very, 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 very basic example. So a brand new. Well, no, I'll use my company. I'll use Fund You Up as an example. We can we can do that, right? Yeah. So we'll use Fund You Up as an example. So let's say Fund You Up, we help. So at Fund You Up, we help small, mid-sized businesses get business funding, both secured and unsecured, when traditional bank financing is not available. Okay. So let's say it's day one, and I'm just starting out in this business, and I know I need to network, and I know I need to build, right? So I need to be thinking to myself, okay, who are the people I need to meet? So all I need to do is get a big old book of business owners and just send emails to them, and I'll get business, right? No. That's not networking. That's a violation of the Can Spam Act, and you're gonna get flagged. Remember, we're being specific and we're being intentional, and that's not giving anyway. So that's the old way. That's send out a whole bunch of no. We're gonna be intentional, and remember the two things that we need to keep in the front of our minds. Do you remember? Type them into the chat if you are listening to me or watching me. If you remember, and I'll give them to you in about 5 seconds, but we keep those two things in the tops of our minds at all times when we are reaching out to connect. We are trying to help, and we're giving. We have to know what we're giving. That's going to be that's more detailed than we're going to cover here. So what you're giving. So what is your differentiator? What is your value add? What is what's in it for the prospect? Different show. We did a show like that last season, so you can check it out. If you go to the link in the post, you can subscribe to my podcast. So every one of our shows is every one of our episodes actually is turned into a podcast. So you can go back to season 3 and listen to past podcasts. So the one I was just telling you about was about what's in it for me, WIIFM. So what's in it for me? What's in it for the prospect? Okay. So, but we don't want to, we're not going to talk about that here. Okay. We're not going to talk about that here, but we're giving, and I'm just trying to help. So if I'm just starting this business, there's two types of people that we should be looking to connect to. So those who can benefit from our give, those who can benefit from our product or service, those who can benefit from our offering, and those who can get us in front of those who can benefit from our offering. Does that make sense? So those who can benefit from our offering and those who can get us in front of those who can benefit from our offering. So fund you up. What did I say? 5 minutes. Okay, perfect. We help small, mid-sized businesses get funding, both secured and unsecured, when what? Traditional bank financing is unavailable. Okay, so it's logically, we're going to find businesses who can't get funding through traditional means. All right. Is that easy to do? Probably not. That's not easy to do. So for me, what I did when I started out, and I identified who it's not as easy to get in front of and to really find. It's not easily done to find those folks, but it is easy to find the people that know who those folks are. And who would those people be? Those would be our business bankers, right? Business bankers. So that's what I did. So all of my connection efforts were aimed at banks and their business bankers, because they are the ones who are telling my end user no. So very, very basic. Once I figured that out, so why was I networking? I was networking, connecting, offering, giving, trying to help, right? Because I'm trying to get in front of business owners who can't qualify for traditional bank financing. So I'm going right to the business bankers and I'm saying to them, so what's in it for the business banker? A lot of what's in it for the business banker is the ability to help someone they can't currently help. So the way I put it, and this is what you can do for your business. This is what you're going to do as we're putting our push-ups together. Instead of saying no, because the banker's sitting in front of Steve, the business owner, and saying to Steve, the business owner, you know what? We're not going to be able to get you that working capital loan you're looking for some reason. Steve doesn't have enough collateral. Steve doesn't have any collateral. Steve hasn't been in business long enough. Steve needs the money in 72 hours. Steve's credit isn't good enough. But instead of saying no, you say no, but here's another option. That's where I came in. So that was the what's in it for the banker. Does that make sense? So that was the what's in it for the banker. You're going to do this for your business. Okay, you're going to do this for your business. And then once we identify that, it's just a matter of quantifying what we're going to do on a daily basis to meet more of those people, to show them, to give to them, to try to help them get our benefit, get what we're offering. So here's a couple things to take away before we wrap it up into a nice, nice pretty with a nice pretty bow. Okay, so you want to figure out the number of these people not you think you can meet, not you think you should be meeting, but that you can actually reach out to connect to. Because remember, don't tell me what you can't do. Tell me what you can do. If you have a full-time job and you can only reach out to one business banker per day, one business banker per week, do that. Commit to that. Number of phone calls you're going to make, number of emails you're going to make. This is pretty simple stuff. Where this all falls apart, like remarkably falls apart, is what we're going to talk about in the last segment, and that's just the mindset and the commitment. Because we'll get to this point, and it just something. So that is never going to happen again, because I'm going to give you the tools to ensure that never happens again. I'm going to come back from the break, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to roll out, and we're going to hit the ground running. All right. We'll see you around the corner. Save. In case you want to know how to spell it, that's how you spell it. Okay. Just saying. Okay. Awesome. It's rolling nicely. Hold on. Let's see. All right, hang on one second. Just communicating with main office.
Well, I have something for you. It's a free video.
Here are some results from a search.
How about that? So you just got a whole bunch of computers here. The behind the scenes is crazy. You wouldn't even believe it.
Never face that again. Go to www.thenorejectionconnection.com. It's www.
All right. So we just switched off. We're going to be working with Donna for the rest of the show. So back downtown, we always have somebody who's paying attention to our show, watching our show, making sure the sound is good, the visual is good, and what have you. So that's the message I just got. So it's cool. So we're gonna roll into the last segment, and we are really good to go. Oh no!
Build a system that services existing data so that you know and remember all about your customers and never forget and disappoint another lead. That's what Salesforce does today.
All right. I'm going to launch right into doing your push-ups, right? Doing your push-ups. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where the ham meets the burger.
Want to see this for yourself?
The peanut butter meets the jelly. Doing your push-ups. All right. Stand by. 20 seconds to live. Having fun? Let's go. Finish it up. All right. Thanks. Welcome back, David Wilson, Business Savage. Welcome to No Nonsense Market Domination on IBGR Network like a savage. Yes, that's the theme of season 4. So we are here in season 4. It's been an awesome journey so far. Glad to be part of it. Glad to be part of the IBGR family, and I'm glad that you are part of the IBGR family. So make sure you take advantage of all the resources we have available. There's free stuff all over the community. So just go, bring your carriage with you and just get a whole bunch of free stuff. Use it because it's all out there for you to use in your business to make your business better. That's why we are here. That's why we're here. We are the entrepreneur's best friend, and we are here to help. So thank you so much. All right, let's dig in to the meat and potatoes of the last segment, and that is simple. It is the if there's one takeaway that makes all of this work. So besides everything I just said, right? If there's one, so listen, all of that, but it funnels down to this. And we need to make a commitment to completion. A commitment to completion. So it's all buttered toast to get to this point. But if we're not going to take the action, we might as well have not said anything about it, right? We might as well have not even gotten to this point. If you look at my show notes, it is what it is. I'm the business savage. I'm not the business bunny. You know what I'm saying? So it's not. I'm not going to tell you, oh well, if you don't want to, if you don't feel like it, then you don't know. That's not how it works. That's not how I built my businesses. That's not how I network connected. It's just not. That's not my experience. Maybe it's somebody else's experience, and okay, that's great. It's just not been mine. So I only know one way, and that's to tell it like it is, tell you the truth, and we're looking for actions and results. Actions and results. And if you feel that, we're gonna do really, really well together. If you don't feel that, you're probably not listening anyway. You probably already shut me off. So that's okay too. I mean, not really, but so the key moving forward, now that we have our list, is to do our push-ups every single day. So whatever we committed to, going back to my example, right? So I made sure, oh gosh, it's been so long. I think it was, I called them reach outs. And for me, I used LinkedIn like a savage, right? Because I was just all over LinkedIn, because LinkedIn was a resource that housed all of the people I wanted to meet. For you and your business, it might be different. So it might be, let's say if you're a mortgage representative and you need to meet real estate agents, it might be the local real estate board. It might be there's groups on Facebook and LinkedIn where you can connect with people. But remember, especially now, those groups were there before. For the most part, the groups were there on LinkedIn before. The groups there were networking events, but now we've all been pushed to the internet, and everybody's there now for the most part. So it's crowded, and you have to make sure not only are you committed to completion of your tasks, but you are differentiating yourselves from everybody else. We're gonna in the next episode. Next week is called "Hey, that's not networking," right? So, and really, it's all of the stuff that people do that's called networking. That's really not networking. It was like with me, the first networking event I went to, I came back with 54 business cards, 54 different business cards, and I was like, wow, that's a success. And now I'm a networker, and that's not networking, right? That's it. So we need to be very intentional about what we're doing in these online environments. Okay, so do your push-ups. Number one, commitment to completion. We need to commit to completion. Number two, we need to measure what we do. So what gets measured gets done. So if we are holding ourselves accountable, we'll get to that in a little bit more detail in a second, but if we're holding ourselves accountable and get somebody, might as well just put these two together, get somebody who is really going to hold you accountable. And holding you accountable is more than just somebody that tells you, oh, you didn't do your push-ups. What happens when you don't? What happens when you don't do them? And that's very important. And that's when a business partner, life partner, business coach, life coach comes into play and is there to really help you and hold you accountable. Somebody like me, I can hold you accountable and keep you on task. Stay tuned for that in the IBGR community and on Business Savage Facebook page. That whole accountability piece, because there may be something there for you that will make sense, like that, showing up at your door at 4:30 talking about, hey, do your push-ups. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Don't worry about that. I won't show up on your porch. I'm just kidding. But it's that mindset that could happen, being held accountable by someone who wants you to succeed. 1, 2, 3. So I combine those two, right? So number 3, when you're doing your push-ups, do them now, right? So whenever now is, I posted a video in the community, IBGR community, about single handling tasks. This is the best way I have found to get your push-ups done. So let's say it's 10 LinkedIn reach outs per day. So I'm going to reach out, message, research, whatever that means to you. But remember, for me, it was trying to get a meeting with a business banker so that I could go over with him or her how we could help some of their business loan turndowns. That was my exploring possible synergies meeting. That's what that was. Okay. So that was my goal. Once I get to that meeting, I don't know what's going to happen in that meeting, but my goal was to get that meeting. So if I do my 10 reach outs every day, my results, so what I was measuring, I was ending up getting about 4 meetings. 4 meetings in the close to near future. So 40% close rate, which is pretty good. All right. Of those 40, of those 4, I'll set up my 4 meetings. 25% of the 4 will end up seeing where I'm coming from and wanting to work with me. So that's a good ratio. And then you just repeat it. Then you repeat it and you do it the following day and you do it the following day. And I've said this before about push-ups. The push-ups you do today, and this is it right here. Okay, there's a lot of we need to put some meat on these bones, right? But this right here is it. This is where it's at. So once we start filling in some of these gaps, this you can take this and run with it on its own. Then you just do this again. You do this again. There's certain techniques that we're going to learn as the season progresses. How to connect yourself to people without feeling rejected, how to overcome that, how to really present that what's in it for me, what's in it for me for the prospect, for the end user, for the referral partner, for the referral source. But ultimately, that's it. That's it. And then you do it over. The push-ups you do today, here's what I will leave you with. So I will do at some point today 50 push-ups. The 50 push-ups I do today will not be for today. The 50 push-ups I do today will be for next month. What I'm benefiting from now is the 50 push-ups I did last month. So we have to keep that in mind. That's our mindset. Okay? You're not, this is quadrant 2. This is all important, but not urgent stuff that we're going to be doing. That'll make sense to you in later episodes. I appreciate you being with me today. I am David Wilson, the Business Savage. Thank you for being here on No Nonsense Market Domination. Network like a savage. We will see you next week. Yes, sir. Savvy. And that's it. Perfect. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Steve. Thank you. Good work today. Steve Namin Eufemi, also known as Steven Namin Eufemi. So it's from Jersey. Had to say that because it makes sense. You can kind of tell. Sometimes you can tell a lot from someone's name. You know what I mean? So thank you. Thank you. I hope that was of value to you. Keep your eyes open on the community. Keep your eyes open on on Facebook. And we're gonna run with this season because you are in for your best year ever. I'm giving you all the information you need to just take this and run with it. And I can't wait to hear about it. So let me know. Give me some feedback. You can put it in the comments. You can put it on Facebook. The Business Savage on the Business Savage page. Let me know what you think. Again, keep your eyes open for the freebies. Keep your eyes open for the templates that I'm going to give to you so that we can start doing this together. Next week's show is going to be, again, what is it? What's next week's show? Oh, yeah. Hey, that's not networking. And it's not. So we're gonna learn what networking isn't, what connecting isn't, some of the mistakes that people are making so that you will not have to make those same mistakes. So that's it. Guys, thank you very much. We're going to shut this thing down now. I appreciate you watching as always. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure for me to be here. I'm thankful to be here. It is a pleasure to share with you what I know and to help you get wherever you want to be. And I'm here to help you. We're all here to help you. Reach out to us and be prosperous. Stay safe, stay strong, and remain socially distant. We'll see you next time. David Wilson. No Nonsense Market Domination. Network like a Savage. Season 4, The Business Savage. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.